Alright, we are getting back in and we're getting real close to some of my favorite maps in the game.
Dayin launches a surprise attack against the Apostle's army, devastating her forces. It is all Apostle Soniki can do to allay her remaining troops' burning desire for revenge. She knows that there is no hope of victory if her weakened forces are divided. However, she cannot move forward while danger follows at her back. This dilemma weighs heavily on the Apostle's troops, crushing their morale. Meanwhile, the Dayin forces pull back to the fastness of Nox Castle. Micaiah, unable to explain her mission to her soldiers, keeps Dayin's army together through sheer force of will.
Oh, I really like this mission. This is a very fun chapter. Peleus. This is the one where I really started actually liking Peleus my first playthrough. I did not care for him for the majority of the playthrough. Peleus' character has definitely grown on me with time. I was not his biggest fan for a while. Man, if only we got more of this Peleus in part 2, or sorry, part 1 and the beginning of part 3. Poor dude has it rough. Oh yeah, he's absolutely a monster if you actually get him to tier 3. His only problem is he's competing with so many other mages you've had for longer. But we're going to show him off anyway. Also like Tyronio's zero hesitation. Micaiah won't do it. Tyronio, do it. Alright. I'm game. Tyronio just saying eh after stabbing Micaiah. I know it's supposed to be a sound of surprise, but it's pretty funny. Yes, normally it's a New Game Plus exclusive thing, but with this mod it's unlocked from the base game, so I didn't have to go through and clear it all the way mercifully. So I could experience it firsthand with everyone on stream. So yeah, normally in the base game, you only get two options, which are you kill Peleus or Tyronio kills Peleus. Man's been standing there holding a bloody dagger for a while. I actually really like this mission. I think it's real fun. And Edward and Leonardo usually get a lot of chances to shine because of the sheer amount of enemies that don't have ranged weapons or that you can attack from above. Yeah, it's Radiant Dawn Plus, by the way. Pardon me. Real easy to find on Game Banana. It's been a whole lot of fun. And we get a Tempest Blade. Pop that Great Axe in the convoy, because I don't know that I have anyone that can use it yet. I think Jill's probably my closest. Two characters that I would love to see get actual personalities in a remaster of this game. Didn't even realize she put the poor man to sleep. Or not super important. Yeah, they all had fun introductions that they never got to do anything with. Alright, Tyronio can now support anyone. And it might just be Leonardo. Yeah, a little bit of extra attack for Leo, nice. Alright, did anyone actually reach stat cap? So you have hit a couple, so we could just dump it all into Jill. But I think giving Soth some to make him much better for part 3, or sorry, part 4 will be better. Because Soth needs some help. Yeah, speed, luck, resistance. I feel like that's going to be a lot of these. Well, speed, luck, defense. That's a good one. Can we cap your strength, please? Yeah, we're getting real close to the point where he falls off. But I like using him specifically for the Part 4 desert, just because of how mobile he is, and the fact that he's not weak to crossbows. Yeah, I think we're just going to go all in on Jill because I have a bias. She's my favorite character. Alright, so we could just promote her if we wanted. Do I have that spare? Oh, Master Crown, not Master Seal. Dang. Yeah, Soth in this game, probably one of the few characters I think is just overall more interesting than their Path of Radiance version, because good lord, they made him real cool. Oh, that's only an A. We could give that to Jill. Double down on the favoritism. Yeah, because Tyronio already has one. I should get him another knife, just because skill issues starting to run low. Stiletto's not super useful. Meteor. Actually, I don't fight. Actually, no. There's the swamp later on in part 4. Rescue's pretty nice. Physic, I'm always down to have more of. I always forget to use rescues, so I'm just not gonna grab one. None of those are super exciting. We can get a steel knife for Soth. And any fun swords? Pillage is pretty nice. Yeah, we can give a Z-Hard one. I'm hoping we can get some good use out of Soth, because I don't know if this... I know this mod changed a lot of cats for a lot of classes, so if they upgraded Soth for his tier 3, that'd be pretty nice. 313 Archer, the GOAT himself. Let's see how they buffed him. Alright, let's see what we're looking. Oh my god, they upgraded the amount of units here. Yeah, more enemies too, makes sense. Alright, where's my goat? 313 Archer looking pretty good. Ooh, this one's got a silver bow and cap speed. Very nice. Oh my god. Oh, okay, they kind of just buffed everyone, huh? Brave Sword, cap resistance. Not super useful against Lagoos, but... Brave Axe, cap strength and defense. Cap's magic shining bow could be nice. Sonic Sword, very nice. Honestly, some of these guys might just be better than my current Dawn Brigade members. See, now this guy's smart. He brought the Flame Lance. We will put Leo over there. Soth's going to be charging down the middle, and Tyrannia's going to be taking up a temporary spot close to there. Silver Dagger, Beast Killer, card. Okay, so we got some power sitting back here. Yeah, it is a refreshing change, the fact that most of them probably won't run up and just whack something and then perish. Arc Wind, that's nice. Now the main issue is the fact that they have birds, because the birds are obnoxious. Also, you're level 30 and have double S rank strike, so you're actually kind of spooky if you get to transform. Okay, so they buffed a lot of these guys. Yeah. I'm glad the yellow units are better. They're still yellow units. Oh, I forgot to get your blizzard off of you. That's going to be annoying. You're going to burn some charge of that, aren't you? Ah, well, that's not the end of the world. Akaya, you can take a physic and a mend, and we'll store your secondary Thani. I think we're just kind of good. Yeah, double S rank strike on a Raven this early is kind of nuts. And we get the Purg. Alright. Turn 1 is entirely just setup. Ronio, who I forgot to get a backup thrown weapon for, but that's fine, because he won't be here too long. We also have some actual flyers. So hopefully they'll prioritize picking off the enemy flyers, because that is when I need them to do the most. I'm honestly shocked it did that much damage. I have never thought these lobbers were a good idea. The rock ballista. And they're actually supposed to be catapults, but it's the wrong shape for a catapult. Alright, let's see what he can do with this Flame Lance. 25 is not bad. Yeah, in theory they're a good idea. They're just not in the game, most of it. So when they'd really be dangerous, they're just kind of not there. They're replaced with regular ballistas. Because I want to say the first time I remember them is the bridge, and the only unit who takes a lot of damage from them is your Heron. Because even the mages only take like 4 or 5. Alright, 1 knight down. He's probably going down? Yeah. I don't know what it is about the right side. The right side's always the first one to fall. Alright, can we... Not reliably. So I think sending you over to this side's easier. Just destroy him with a crossbow. And can we get another goated Leonardo level up? It's more speed, I'll take it. We'll send you over. I think just attacking from range is shaky hit rate. Yeah, we'll just fire off a Tempest Blade shot. Also, that Raven did not move. Skill, speed, luck. So that's good. So he probably won't move until later, which I will take. 13, 26. Oh, that's right. I forgot to level up her light rank, so she can't purge this map. That's honestly fine. Start swinging him this way. Oh yeah, you still have Beast Killer on you, huh? I forgot I gave that to you. Wind Edge. Make him retreat. Oh, actually, that's a good question. Laura also only sees, so you can't steal the perk. If it hits. Not this time. What can you do up here? You could take him out. And I have 2 healers on standby. Just not have to deal with a tiger is nice. Then we can have Volu plug this for this turn. And Laura can be in position to just make sure nothing comes up the left, because I think it's a while, but I don't know if they changed how they're spawning the reinforcements for this. Alright, General step in. General step in. Yeah, Radiant Dawn is real good. Oh yeah, that's right, I have siege chumps. I always forget about that. Well, I forget about that now just because I didn't remember when I was scrolling through them, but... Actually, don't remember if I checked those wizards, honestly. Sleep staff? I kind of prefer you to save those for flyers, but I'm not opposed to you having that. That's pretty nice. But yeah, if you're looking for a fun way to replay it, Radiant Dawn Plus, very fun mod on Game Banana. Don't steal Ike's stuff. Yeah, this battle theme is so good. This game has so many good battle themes, but I love this one so much. Alright, so they're going to start taking these guys out. That's fine. Never mind, they're very weak. Can't believe they stole my concoction. They really do. So I'm trying to keep as many of them as bay as possible, but... Nah, Aaron's only a tier 2. I probably could have invested in him more, but I've been putting a lot of my time into Jill. Because Aaron can get a lot of good work on Micaiah's first chapter in part 4. Or if you send him with Tabarn and Valencia, I think he gets a lot of good work on that path in general. So I'm not too worried about him. You can very easily still cap or get him to tier 3 before the tower. What can you do over here? 16 to 22. Let's not do that trade. I should have sent Taroni over the other side. I didn't expect this to stabilize this quickly. Yeah, I think Aaron is one of the most fun units to use for the Dawn Brigade. It's Screamer training time when he actually gets to transform. Lion Gauge is the worst, and I hate it. But yeah, Aaron's probably like my 3rd or 4th pick for the Dawn Brigade, because I like a lot of them. But I've always been a big fan of Nolan, who is the aptly named Sir Not Appearing in this playthrough. Oh, thank you for the follow, DHS. Very kind of you. HP magic skill, alright. Oh, Boy is definitely better. I just like Nolan. Oh, I appreciate that so much. It's very kind of you. Yeah, I like a good training project as well. My personal favorite training project for this game, we're going to see if I can make it work, but I'm going to be raising up Liar. I was going to try and do Kaiza, but he didn't make it. This is pretty late into the second game. We're getting close to the end game of part 3, and part 4 is only about 10 chapters, so we're a significant chunk of the way in. There are very long chapters, yes. I don't think the first 3 are particularly long, because you can kind of do a lot of shenanigans with Tabarin and the other Laguz Royals. But yeah, the later ones, specifically the tower maps, can take a bit. Yeah, you can rock Makai's team pretty well with the Grail Mercenaries because of just the sheer level cliff that they have to deal with. With the fact that most of the time the Grail Mercenaries come in a higher level than them before they even get any training time. Don't double? That's good. That's all fine. Yeah, they very much are fighting the uphill battle the entire game. I think I'm gonna have you retreat and you retreat, just so that you two don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, it usually takes until like very, very late game for the Dawn Brigade to catch up to the Grail Mercs. HP, skill, and luck. Alright, pretty good. Can we hit for 30? Beautiful. And we got the cancel. Nice. Just hit with Calibulg. I probably should have healed him first, just in case. But I'm a gambler man. Can we get a good Edward level up? That's a pretty good Edward level up. Ooh, Speedway. Yeah, starting at tier 1, brutal in this game when they're the only ones that do. Throw a Physic on him. Or as I called it as a child, Psychic. Oh yeah, this mod changes a lot of people's classes so they can change their caps and I think even a few growth rates to kind of balance them out a little bit better. Like Taronio is a great rider instead of a marshal, all that fun stuff. Yeah. I think Edward, Leonardo, and Laura, the only 3 I have left for the Dawn Brigade. Actually, I can't remember if Light Sage is your base class or not. I'm real bad at remembering the name of Micaiah's promotions. But Nolan got one, Fiona got one, and Meg got one. It didn't help them for my poor playing, but... yeah, it's still the tier 2 equivalent. How are y'all missing with height advantage on meteors? Shame. Alright, sleep the flyers, though, because you're out of sleep staffs now, if I remember right. Yellow spent 2 rounds fighting an asleep tiger. Alright, they're going to do their job and at least clear out a couple of these knights so I can kind of sweep in with Tyronio. That's good. Less than I expecting. Oh! I wasn't expecting him to take a tiger out. Alright, he's retreating, which I am all for, honestly. The fewer flyers I have to deal with early, the better. Just take this cat out. Is that capped skill for you? Yes, perfect. So you have capped all of the stats that I care about. We will... Let's use the Father's Axe for this. Volu can still do good work against these guys because they're real weak. Yeah, it's the most satisfying part of this game, is just watching all of your stats cap. It's fantastic. Alright, that... one away from cap speed. Alright, you should be able to pick people off with your longbow from here. I don't think you can take this guy out, right? It's a gamble, but we're not in too much danger if he misses. And then Tyronio. This tiger can actually hurt Tyronio, which I appreciate, because normally he's untouchable until part 4. Get an axe level up. Move you over, and I don't see a lot of point in wasting physics stats for these guys. And none of mine are particularly weakened, so... Alright, good for you, Axeman. Did he just steal my vulnerary? I'm gonna be pissed. I can't steal your stuff. Why do you get to steal mine? You certainly tried there, Sworden. Oh, 1 level from promotion. Man, Swordsman, you were doing kind of good, and then you just hit this turn. What happened? I do love Edward replying to Volug speaking in the language of the herons as though he understands it. It's a fun little bit of comedy. Still none of the good stats for you. Defense is good, but not ideal. Oh, actually, Beer Hub. I'm gonna let Edward come down. Gets the crit, nice. And we got the more important thing, which is the Seraph Rope, to shore up some of my units' awful HP. Skill, defense, resistance, nice. Capped resistance is nice on him. That's a good one to trade up into for your tier 3. Zyhark does have Beast Foe. I forgot I gave it to him for the swamp map because I was going to start raising him on that. And I forgot to swap it off of him, but honestly I think it's fine for him here because he has very much fallen behind the level curve. Man's only level 9. Makes sense. Oh, I forgot to check to see if they stole my vulnerary. Yeah, 313 can be brutal, especially for Lagoose fans. Did you... Please tell me you didn't just aggro Ike. I don't know how aggressive he is in this one. Have these siege tomes hit anyone? I don't think they have. Okay. That's so many uses of my Blizzard Tome. Yeah, I know that's how it is in the base game. I didn't know if the mod changed that. Or if the fact that I gave Soren Blizzard changed that and forgot to take it off of him before this map. No double, unfortunate. Alright. You can't get there this turn, which is all I needed to know. Oh, pretty good. Yeah, cats are extremely hard to double. I just know some of the ones on this map are really weak for some reason. But I've had Volug double them before. Alright, I think just focusing on the grass is best for this one. Making sure Volug stays transformed. We take no damage in retaliation, so might as well. And we get tier 3 Jill. Yeah. Buffed up Aaron is real nice here. My usual strategy for him is to give him Beast Foe, because he's normally not one of my units that doubles. That's right, I gotta do the Soth vulnerary check. Because I'm 90% sure they stole mine. Beautiful. 31 strength. Alright, pop here. Lady Talrega. Oh, they give her the official title of Floor Rider. That's cool. Okay, they didn't steal Soths. I'm guessing the Sonic Sword guy had one. They live for now. Yeah, Har is a beast. They nerfed him slightly in this one. They took away his cancel, but he's still an absolute problem. It's fantastic. Alright, HP speed level. A little more strength would be nice, E-Hark. The mod I'm using is called Radiant Dawn Plus. In order to balance the game, specifically some of the weaker characters, they gave a lot of them custom classes. So they have different caps and are generally a little bit better towards the end of the game. So that they can keep up with units like Har. Yeah, it was pretty needed. Ooh, cap strength, nice. Not sure how much longer we got till people come out of there, but that's fine. Only one blizzard charge left, those monsters. Do we have anyone I want to heal? Not particularly. I think we're just good to end here. Yeah, the Lagoos being able to actually fight outside of their transformed state is such a nice change. I got it off of Game Banana. Very easy to find on there. It's one of the very few Radiant Dawn full mods that's available that I was able to find. But if you just look up Radiant Dawn Plus on Game Banana, that's how I found it. Ooh, that's good to know. I actually didn't know Serenus Sword had a link. Yeah, Aaron is a monster. When it comes to strength, skill, and defense, I think he's got the best caps for those in the entire Dawn Brigade. The only one I'm not sure on is his strength. I was about to wonder why they kept going for Jill and the number, but I think everyone else blocked their spots for everywhere else, so. More defense, very nice. Jill's been getting some great level ups, and I am all here for it. Because actually wounding Tyronio is honestly kind of impressive. Alright, they got some units coming in over there. I think I'm not in a great position to help them, unfortunately. I might have to let them have this turn to run free. Ah. Just outside. Alright. Whereas a defense of 11, that's not ideal. I think we can get Jill over there in a turn, though. And just delete you. Leonardo is the most disrespectful person when he knows he can beat you. Hitting him with the adept on a crossbow. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, so we get Lasagna 2.0 as his bow before that. Did he crit on top of that? Jesus, man. Leonardo is Goku confirmed. Second he knows he's stronger than you, he's styling on you. Alright, we can have you fall back and heal so that you might be able to help their next turn. The Tiger can hit Leo, but Leo's fast enough that he won't double. We can heal Tyronio. Just in case. They're actually hitting him pretty hard. We can take this cat out. That's cap speed. There we go. Oh, thanks for the follow, Mr. Norwell. Yeah, they're in for a bad time, but you know what? They could have been hitting some of them blizzards and fires this turn. Just keep you transformed. Yeah, Rolf is real good in this game. But why? Why, my guy? Oh, they're actually blocking the gap. And that guy's cracked. He's doubling with a Thunder Tome. Oh, that's fine. I hope so. Even if they're limited to just characters that would make sense for, that's all I really want. I want to get to know the new characters in the Dawn Brigade. Alright, now don't die, Laura. You might die here. Never mind. Laura coming in clutch. All right, we gotta take these birds out though. So Leonardo, get to work. Terrible accuracy. All right. So we can do this. And then let him attack from 2 range. Yeah, part 3 endgame is so good. It's such a cool map to showcase just all of your units. Alright, Leo kind of popping off. I respect it. Oh, that's right. The Storm Sword had 1 use left. My bad. Luckily, we have Volug here to fix my mistakes. I give Volug a lot of shit for a unit who I think is actually pretty decent at the end of the day. He's never my first pick, but he's always useful. Alright. Can we take this cat out? Yes. Yeah, I think I took half shifting off of him for this one. I almost always do, because I think half shifting is useless. Block you off. Nothing like an experience penalty to get a worse unit. I get what they were going for. They were not cooking what they thought they were. Alright. Laura's safe, though. That's the important bit here. Alright, you can't reach. Perfect. Wanted to make sure I didn't just give him an express invite into my green zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, half shifting's is fantastic for part 1. Even though it kind of prevents him from taking out enemies. Or sorry, prevents him from setting up enemies to be taken out. But in part 3 onward, unless you give him Beast Foe, he's just not good in the swamp. And then the mountain, he's okay, just because you just need a lot of units to hold choke points. And then for this map, more often than not, half shifting means he's just getting doubled by everything. Yeah, taking Mercy off of Lindsay is so important if you want to use her for anything but setting up kills. Because I think Mercy can be good if you're using her... If you don't intend to bring her into the tower, you can use her to set up kills for your weaker units. And yeah, the sound design is so good in this game, with how satisfying these, even the map animation hits sound. Oh, that's a lot more guys than usual. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, it's one of the hardest bosses in the game to actually meet. Because this guy requires Lyre and Leth, I believe, to be dead. And I think they both would have to die. Yeah, they stole Ike's concoction. I'm still mad about that. And I think Soren's healing item. Yeah, Leth and Lyre to be dead before the swamp map for the Dawn Brigade, which is before you gain control of them, or just after, if I remember right. So you've had them for a map. We will heal you. And I think having Z-Heart just come over to clean this up will be fine. And we're getting real close to the point where I'm going to start retreating and turtling. Oh, nice! I hope you liked it. I like this game a lot. I think it's very fun. Yeah, Leo on this map, if he wasn't already pretty well set up for Part 4, this would probably be where I'd give him Beast Foe. But honestly, him and Edward have been doing just fine with their regular setup, so... Aaron's getting pretty close to the point where I can just bonus experience him up, which will be nice. Yeah, in Radiant Dawn Plus, I've noticed a significant improvement to Leo's performance, because he is not good in the base game. He's not unusably bad, but as the only Tier 1 archer in a game that has 2 excellent promoted snipers, he's not good. Alright, I don't know where they're running into the corner, but I think it's just because they're out of gauge. Yeah, Rolf as an archer is incredible. Can't quite take... I should have gotten that iron or steel longbow. Can we... I don't think I have anyone else with 3 range, unfortunately. But we can just stall. Just shot. Oh, wait, you only have 1 charge on that, never mind. Wouldn't even anywhere close. Oh yeah, no, I think we're at... Oh no, I have a bunch of people who are coming in with healing items now. Now they're going to steal my shit. Flip. Just keep you safe. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the point where we're going to have to start retreating because the Grail Mercenaries are about to run roughshod over everyone in their way. I think that's just a ward staff, so that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna start running. Alright, good on you, Murado Knight. I don't know what it is about watching them all just surround Nyla, but I find it very funny. Mostly just because I know she could take every single one of them in a fight, even while she's carrying someone else. Oh, they locked her in place. That's pretty funny. Alright, so... Fun fact, it is actually possible to beat Ayuk on this map, since you get the sleep staff. I've done it once before, but oh boy is he not easy. 34. Alright, not bad. HP and speed. So the name of the game currently is stay out of all these ranges. Yeah. It would also require me to have Micaiah actually have leveled up her light magic for Purge. At least in the base game it would have. Go for 2. Perfect. Because she can chunk out a good amount of his health as pretty much your only magic user, since you have to use Laura for sleep. And then I usually hit him at least once with Tyronia with his Silver Lance. We're fighting Ike essentially because we've been forced to. Right now we are caught in a situation where if we don't fight Ike, we die, and if we fight Ike, we die. Hop up here. Wow, her magic is more ridiculous than I thought it was. I didn't think she'd be able to reach him from up here. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, you haven't moved yet. Yeah, next chapter we actually get to control this army and do the reverse version of this, where we get to be the all-powerful monsters walking through Dayan. Yeah, getting her to tier 3 is a pain just because you get so many good healers in this game. Raising one from tier 1 is such a chore, but she's so good. Heal him. Well, he's gone. Oh shit, I think... oh, that's right, she has the lances in her tier 3 for this game. You know, I wouldn't have been surprised if Rolf hit one of those. Yeah, that general did his job. He tanked quite a few attacks this chapter. This is Radiant Dawn, specifically a mod for it called Radiant Dawn Plus. It's the Fire Emblem game for the Wii. It's a general overhaul. It rebalances a lot of the units to make them all kind of more baseline close together. Re-adds in the magic weapons from older games, so we get the Flame Lance, the Lightning Axe, the Wind Sword, or Sonic Sword in this one. I'm on part 3. We're about to be going into part 3 endgame. Yeah, everyone gets pretty OP, but the enemies in this have also been buffed. Oh, they also took the Black Knight's weakness to armor away. Yeah, Horror's the GOAT. Also, oh boy, I hope you like this cutscene. This is the last time Peleus is useful. No, sorry, not Peleus. Kurthnaga. Yeah, you actually have to fight him. Because he has... What is it? Nullify, I think, is the skill that negates weaknesses. He's so bad. He didn't have to be so bad. They could have made him a growth unit, but even his growths aren't good. He has his uses. He's not the worst unit in the game, in my opinion. He's very good with his passive skills, where you can just put him on a spot and have him give bonuses. I mean, yeah, he's good in the Dragon chapter because no one attacks him. But the problem is, he's not very good after that. Or before that. And that's one of 5 chapters. His Night Tide skill is really good, I'll give him that. Yeah, he can at least survive the last 2 chapters. I'll give him that over Gareth. But for a unit that's force deployed, I'd kind of like him to be better. Oh, why isn't my light goal updating? Oh, that's why. I just realized that has been connected to the wrong thing the entire time, so it has not been displaying lights. Yeah, Gareth got done dirty. Ooh, that's cool to hear. Oh, I'm excited for that. I honestly have had some trouble in the tower a couple of times, just mostly on the Dragon chapter, because it can do a lot of damage, and Deginsia is no joke. Oh, sorry, Deginsia. Oh, I'm excited to see the fixes they did for the dragons, because oh boy, they are not good. Oh, that's terrifying, because honestly some of the chosen bosses are already decently tough. Not 4-1, but 2, 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 5. I do have a Discord. Actually, you started up not too long ago. Let me grab the link for that, because I always forget to have it on hand. Invite. There we go. I have no idea if it's a good Discord, because it's one of the first ones I've ever made for actual purposes that wasn't just like chatting with friends. But it's there. I think I set the bots up and everything correctly. That is true. I forgot about the crossbow man on the bridge, who was terrifying because he had that custom axe that gave him like +2 to all stats. Oh, that's brutal. I love this mod so much, but I am so terrified to see what they've done for the end game. I'm also curious what they're going to do for my replacement units for all the people I've had perish in this chapter.
Queen Elincia and the dragons of Goldoa persuade both armies to accept a temporary truce. The blue light that burns within the medallion grows more fierce.
So I've got to contend with Nolan's replacement, Fiona's replacement, and Meg's replacement.
The fighting must be stopped. However, the Apostle and her army refused to abandon Sephiron's forces in Benyon. Though they hoped the Daein would cease fighting, they knew battle was inevitable. The bloodshed begins anew.
He did, but I also... Sorry, I shouldn't assume that... They did, She died in Endgame Part 1 on, like, the last chunk of the map, and I'd already done it 3 times, and I didn't want to go back. But when I play through it again on my own, she's going to be a monster with that magic stat. I love Almeida. She's such an interesting character, and I wish we got more with her. I also love that she's just, like, actually kind of evil. She sees Ashnard pull this trick, she's like, hot. Oh yeah, getting all the hidden stuff is kind of nuts. This mod's made it a little easier, so... Oh, hell yeah. I didn't actually know that bit. I was trying to figure out how I was going to unlock them. Yeah, the absolute goat for that. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm just going to call you user, because that's a lot of numbers. He really is. I want to like Kurth, but man, using him is not satisfying. I'd believe it with how cracked the Heron wing attack is. I haven't really wanted to use it because I'm terrified of losing a dancer, but my untrained Leanne was already doing like damage equivalent to some low-level mages. So pair that with their great magic growth. This heartbreaking conversation. That's beautiful. Pop that in the convoy. Save that for when someone's close to max and magic. And I think this is a free silencer. Yeah, I always forget which bow he's made here. I think it's the silencer just from the conversation, because the Rolf's bow's not that impressive, but... Man, Shinon, why couldn't you be more like this the rest of the game, so I might have a reason to like you? Alright, so that's the second silencer, because I actually bought one for him earlier. Because having two of those is just always a good call. Yeah, we're going to keep you away from Makalov. I don't think anyone has it. Ooh, Tanith and Sigrun can support. We'll figure out supports later, because for the most part, they kind of don't matter until part 4. You have cap resistance. We could dump some into you. We'll get you one away from promoting. Get you... Try and get you some more speed, I'm hoping. Beautiful. Is that capped speed or just under? I think capped. Perfect. Oof, you did not cap a lot of stats, missed. Magic and luck. Do it. And if you're looking for a fun way, try out this mod, Radiant Dawn Plus. I can give either one. Actually, could I give both of you a little? Definitely not. We should get Ike as close to the promotion as possible, because he's about to. I don't have any skills to assign, so we can just go through, get like a new healing item. So what do we got? We can replace the Blizzard. I forgot to... Sonic Sword's real good. We're getting that to Mist. Which we can't yet, but I can pop in the Convoy for now. Backup Physics. Blizzard's cheap, why not? Alright. So, Mist. We can give the Duke Blade in there for now. We'll save that for later. And that gives you a very solid secondary sword other than Fluette. Allegedly, there's an emulation system called Dolphin that's pretty good for it. But you didn't hear that from me if Nintendo asked, because they scare me. You have tapped magic. Who do I care about magic for? I think I'm just going to give it to Mist, honestly. It's the intended target, and she didn't cap magic naturally, so... She was 1 point off. I thought she was 2. Oof. But yeah, allegedly you can find a system called Dolphin, and I've had pretty good luck with it. Yeah, the Lagoose attack outside of transformation is something I'm going to be coasting on heavily, because I'm going to be putting some work in with... Where is she? This particular cat. Yep. Alright, I got some dark mages mixed in now. They have actual weapons. Leth and Lyre in particular can attack from 1 to 2 range. Oh, the most terrifying thing, them having a Lagoose Royal. Yeah, it's not particularly good. You know, valid, honestly, but... Listen, I get the thing for Sword, and he got Ike's attention. He's pretty great. So, depending on how different this is than normal, normally by the end of the map, I have to wait for reinforcements to spawn, because I have torn my way through every single enemy on this map. Lyre and Soren is an interesting pair. I do not see those two interacting, I don't think at all in the base game. Crack ship's gonna crack ship. Oh my god, do we get to use Lucia? Nope. It's always funny. Alright, let's go ahead and... No. Yes, no. Cool thing with Lucia. I've only seen the stuff for part 2 for her, so I don't think so. Oh, do I have anything I care about stealing on this map? That's going to be annoying. Hammer, but I can't steal it. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that yet. I'm wondering if I might see that when I get closer to endgame, but that's real cool. These are also a lot of enemies with capped stats that are tier 2. Thorn. That's... Alright, I love that quote for him. He has his own personal tome. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Cap defense general, honestly not too scary. To see with Omni honestly does sound pretty nice. Cap strength warrior, but he's near the Lagoon, so they're going to be dealing with him. Cap speed wind sage, oof. Oh, I didn't see that. That's honestly a nice change for him, because with his skill, he kind of needs some support. Because he had the 2 worst accuracy magic types. And I like that change a lot for him. So I think you're her Laura's. Ooh, that's fun. That's a good light tome, too. One thing I've never understood on this map is why Volug is considered a boss when they could have given it to Peleus, Nyla, Taroni, pretty much anyone else. Even, oh no, Stealth also disappears with Micaiah, but there's a lot of options for it, I'm just saying. They've also reworked where a lot of units are on this, which I think is kind of neat. Oh, are you my Meg replacement? Or no, Meg's up here usually. You might actually be my Meg replacement. I've heard... I am excited for that. I have heard that modding for Path of Radiance is a nightmare, but I really want to see it. We're forced to play Sigrun, so we could bring Tanith. Get them their support bonuses. And those 2. We have Mist for healing. Reese probably wouldn't be a bad idea to bring along. Leaves me with 1 more. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I do appreciate... Oh, we can bring Soren, honestly. We had that free, or that extra Blizzard tome that I didn't need to have to buy, but my own floor planning led to. Grab a Physic and a Rescue. That's probably fine. Yeah, I think... yeah, I have Heart for Jill. I'm going to try and rescue Z-Heart with Lyre. I don't remember if it actually works. I can't remember if you need one of the original 2, but if not, it's not the end of the world. He is not a unit I'm particularly scared of taking out, and the next couple of maps are fine for him for training. I'm honestly kind of lacking frontliners, so I might undeploy 1 or 2 of these flyers. Tanith you can promote later. We'll bring Braum. He's been blessed this run. That should be fine. Yeah, I can fix this Blizzard. The problem was I ran out of charges on my last Blizzard because I gave it to him, so it broke. That was the only downside, unfortunately. We'll bring these as backup. Yeah, I was terrified to even try hard mode of this. Oh, that's spooky. I don't know if I want to know what that means. Alright. None of these enemies are particularly threatening early on. Yeah. Brave Axe, Steel Lance, Steel Great Lance, I should say, but nothing too spooky. I prefer you not taking a hit from an axe. We'll put Braum there. You can take axes all day. Archers. I'm curious how you'd handle this guy. Oop. I don't particularly care if he gets shot with an archer, but we'll see how they handle things. I think the birds might just be able to take care of them, honestly. You have some grass. Equip the Sonic Sword to you. Swap you for your... Oh, I probably could have upped her weapons, but she should have plenty for this map. And then we can put Soren in support range for Ike. He might already be in there, but never hurts. Well, he tried. Alright, Sigrun, can you take this guy out? Slowly but surely. Oh, I should probably check and see if they actually buffed Kurth Naga. Green Eye never change. They really are. This is one where if you haven't turned animations off, this is gonna be the chapter that makes you turn animations off. Just because, oh boy, chapter's already gonna take a while. Tabarn, I'm not even sure you needed to transform to beat that guy. Rude. I'm not healing you for that. You stole mine. Oh, he has Terror. That's nice. Randolph, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We are 5 enemies into this I think we have to beat 85-ish. Oh no, we're up to 10. Okay. Alright, how are you looking, buddy? Not terrible. No new skills. Yeah, the Kingsguard are cracked. Where is he? There he is. I think one of them was one of the really spooky ones of the last map, or something along that line. There's the medic cat, which I don't... Oh, okay, we do have one. Oh, we got Kezja again. Yeah, the number of double S strike attackers they've been given has been concerning. But also really cool to see. Short axe, wind edge. So we'll hold you two back a little bit. What can you do here? Not much. 13, so shifting, I think you actually drop him, yeah, 21. Just take that archer off the board. No one can reach further than him, that's fine. Oh yeah, Kanto Cats has been my favorite thing. Just being able to pull your squishies out of danger has been so nice. Get her a little bit. Yeet. I think most of your good stats are already... Yeah, you only have defense and luck left. But I can essentially force him into repeatedly attacking her, so that's nice. So we can do this, and this. And if you attack Braum, you perish instantly. And we can push up. Oh yeah, Nephany has finally been unleashed. She took a couple of chapters off because she promoted early, but now she is going to be a monster. Oh, that's unfortunate. The goated Fiona strikes. Alright, we gotta level up. I would love for your strike rank to go up. Strength. Oof! That's a spicy level up. She got a different final tier for this one, for this mod. I'm assuming mostly to modify her bases. Or sorry, not bases, growths. Stat caps. I don't know why I could not think of the word for it. There's sleep. Which I forgot to set up a restore staff. Leave Skrimir alone. Leave him alone. Okay, so the one with nearly maxed was her replacement. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they were just mean to her. Man, y'all all missed that bird. I am 90% sure that soldier could have attacked someone, just chose not to, which, good for him. Yeah, I mean, I've had Scrimmier perish on this regular map because his AI is just awful. Oh, thank you for the follow, Will. I do love him being put on babysitter duty. You know, he got his resolve wrong. Day and stop playing around, pardon me. Kezia honestly seems pretty good. Liberally. I think it's only the soldiers that have it, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah, the fact that all three of them had it. Hey, I appreciate that. Good for Phoenix. He's been dodging like crazy. I think he's about to fall out of transformation, though. Leanne falling asleep on the job. She's just mad she's not out here fighting. Ooh, they got a Wyvern Rider with them this time. Cap strength, nothing crazy. Necessary? No. But he's all about them style points. I think these guys are mostly just going to be picking up them. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and remove this Armor Knight. You can't talk. You can't talk. Braum, I think, might be able to talk. Yeah, my Braum has been blessed. You don't have any... Yeah, you just restore hit points. Curse me for forgetting. I meant to grab a restore staff, but I did not remember in time. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be Har, Ike, and a third person falling asleep, because 3 charges for sleep is so fun. Such a great mechanic to just not be able to use your units. You can't talk, right? No. Yeah, Har is a monster. I fully understand targeting him first with the sleep staff. It's just the correct decision. Pop there. Don't worry, Kurthnaga. You won't. Oh, that sounds miserable. Yeah, I'm so glad. I was so glad when they swapped to different varieties of debuffs, like the half HP and that kind of thing. I think so far the only notable nerf that I'm aware of is Har lost cancel, so he can't just not let an enemy attack. Alright, Mist takes him out. We'll leave a spot open for Riss. And he can't quite reach. Yeah, that's a good use for silence. Heal you. And just in case, we'll block you off from the back. Yeah. It's less a question of nerfs and more a question of bringing everyone kind of up to a general similar power level. Yeah. Because they made some units so much better. Well, I'm thinking about it. Repin the Discord for anyone who is interested, because I keep forgetting to, and the pins only last for a minute. Oh, I wonder if he's the... Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he's the only one in range with Shade. Alright, so we've got a good group coming our way. We can just kind of walk through. Fiona is incredible. I have her quote-unquote personal lance on Jill for a bit. For reasons not to be disclosed. I definitely didn't lose several of the Dawn Brigade members very early on. Yeah, the bosses have significant changes to them, and a lot of them are a lot stronger, so you can't just kind of bully them with your strongest unit. They typically have a decently reliable strategy I found is attacking them with a unit outside of their range, either a Thunder Mage or an Archer with a longbow. Just to soften them up to try and actually make sure my units can take them out safely. Yeah, also the boss on the bridge did not F around for words I'm allowed to use on this streaming app. Dude was terrifying. I'm surprised that he's the one boss I didn't lose anyone to. Also, Ludwig was nuts. I loved the buffs they gave him. And getting his personal sword was so good. Alright, let's check Ina. You have here, right? Yeah, boom. Bringing you up might not be a bad idea. I'm scared to see what he did for the end game bosses. We got a Raven and 2 more Phoenix or Hawks. Oh yeah, Jared is kind of already a monster in the base game for when you fight him, but the buffs they gave him were just gross. I loved it. I think this is like the perfect balance of bringing in difficulty without making it absurd. I love the balance they struck for this mod. Alright. Mages are the ones I want to deal with first, so let's get you in there. Yeet. Just delete this guy. I can tell this game is ridiculously polished for a mod. Not to be mean to a lot of other mods, but you can tell how much love and affection went into this one. And you take him out. Yes. Yeah, bullying Ludwig with Valencia is always a treat. And then Ike. Perfect. Mordecai is fantastic. He's actually my pick for the best cat in Path of Radiance. I love using Mordecai. Don't ask what happened to him in my previous playthrough. I think just turtling from here is probably my safest option. Don't overextend. Don't take any risky chances. Just play it safe. Anyone up there taking any significant damage? Which of you is medic? I might burn a charge of physic just to keep the medic alive. That's because the longer he stays alive, the less I have to worry about dealing with a potential dead Skrymir. Vert. Use some grass. Alright, Jill is on the move, which is not good because Har's not awake yet. I think it's 2 more turns for Har. I'm surprised Skrymir's gauge is lasting this long, honestly. How many extra attacks he's taken. Kezia is no longer transformed. I just realized I'm kind of terrified of some of the endgame bosses. Not endgame, Part 4 bosses. Just because a few of them are already pretty good. Like, Senator Voltome, however you say his name. Yeah, they had to wait until they were the enemy for it. It's fully what I expect from them. Alright, Tabarn takes out the Wind Mage. I think. They might have both had Wind Tomes, but we're about to find out. Never mind, we will not find out. Alright. Let you... Hey, we can just take him out with the Javelin. Yeah, seeing terror is terrifying on enemies, real refreshing on green units. Get 20 Sig Run. Alright, pretty good. I don't think that's any caps, though. Oh, cap speed, okay. I do not want you in their range. Okay. Yeah, Har's asleep for 3 more turns. We're probably not going to be able to recruit Jill this chapter. Not unless something real nutty happens. You're most likely going to keep bolting. Yeah, that's the plan. I was hoping I could recruit her to give her just a little bit of extra experience going into Part 4, but she's Tier 3. She'll be fine. Am I particularly scared of anything over here? Not especially. Just to be safe. Hold on to the Siege Stone just in case we get attacked. Oof, poor Edward gets dunked on by Purg. Just in case it wasn't clear, I am mispronouncing that on purpose. Give you your Sonic Sword so you can counterattack from range. And then let Reese have another action. Alright, here she comes. Now, she's probably the one I'm most afraid of currently, just because Nyla, from what I remember, doesn't move. But But also we can camp outside of her range to not have to worry about it. Come on, attack Ike. Do it, cowards. I'm gonna have to worry about him for my cats, though. The second I realized he was targeting Daphne, I had no fear of the meteor. I was a little afraid before then, because it could have hit a couple people. Skirmir doesn't take a lightning bolt to the face. Always appreciated. Yeah, Nephne, the second she gets the Wishblade, though, becomes a Dragon Slayer, and it's so good. Doesn't matter how much defense you have with Impale. I think it actually does. I think there are a few that can survive her, even in base game, but my bias says otherwise. Alright, he pops his gem. Yeah, I think Gareth might be the only base one other than, like, Digensia, because he gets the skill nullifying. So you can't impale him. But maybe one or two of the red dragons close to him can. It's been too long since I played the base game. You know, you gotta appreciate that one Raven who's just like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna go hang out with the Hawks. They're cool guys, and he's right. Alright. I do also appreciate the fact that they're giving Bird and Beast Lagoose reinforcements, because it makes it actually decently feasible to keep them alive. I think of the follow, Charlie Carr. Very kind. Alright. Soren, where are you? 24. Probably have to... Actually, what can Ike do to her? 19. Not terrible. What about a perk? Alright, those three together will stand up pretty well. Unless you miss a 90%, Reese. Buddy, you can't do that. This is why I don't bring you to the tower, buddy. Alright, it was an 83, but still. Alright, so we can put Ike here. Oop. Good dodge on Ike. And then Soren can just take her off the field. And we'll go for the 100% just because I have been proven wrong to get or go for high odds before. Alright. So... that unfortunately took a lot of my fighting power up. But mercifully, it puts us in a still alright position. Yeah, I think just going with the silence is my best bet here. And then hit and run with Sigrun. Yeah, she tanked a hit from Ike with Ragnell, 2 purges, and a forged wind magic cone to make a retreat. I think you can retreat head held pretty high on that one. Alright. Now we're mostly just looking to keep these guys away from all my squishies. Level up. Can you kill one? Not really. Taking counters. Fine, as long as you don't miss. Didn't even... Marcia. The worst possible thing to happen is missing 2 decent chances to hit. Alright, that saved him, so that's fine. Liar can take 1 hit from from one of them, that should be fine. Oh, and he goes for Sigrun anyway. Just melting him. I love to see it. Oh, that's right. You can sleep charges. Not the end of the world. Obnoxious, but not the end of the world. I also don't think I'm actually going to be able to get to my usual spot, which is that little gap right in front of Kurthnaga. So, Ike's out for the rest of this battle, by the way. That's a... Okay, not a fire tome. Alright, Randolph, just stay tanking. Do well enough and you can have one of the 15 Satori signs that I never use. That's gonna hurt. I don't think Ike dies here, but it might be closer than I'm comfortable with. Yeah, unfortunately, this Ike did get the capped resistance we got transferred over from Path of Radiance because we got Res Blessed Ike of all things. But it only helps so much. Okay, Ike survives this turn, so we can get him out of there. And we might be coming up on like the last turn cycle here. Alright, Tabaran's coming up. And I think Har still doesn't get a turn. Yeah, Har doesn't get the game for half the map. Unfortunate. Alright. Just delete these guys. Good lord. Alright, so we can rescue... Actually, no, we don't need to rescue with him. We have a rescue staff. Staff rescue. Ike. Honestly, not terrible from what I expect from you, so. Can you take it with the silver sword at least? No. Sigrun. Alright, now Marcia. Hit him. I was scared she was going to add up into 2 misses. Alright. So we can go here, take him out. Kill the mages. Overkill the mages, oh god. And then let Titania come in and just mop this guy up. And we start the next turn cycle relatively fresh from any enemies from this round. Alright, you can retreat. You can heal her. You can refresh Reese. And you can heal Nephany. Rude. Is he firing off floret shots? So many siege stones. Hey, thank you for the heart, Shepard. Very kind of you. Oh, big shield. Very. That's a cool. Skill just throw on a generic. I also appreciate the fact that a lot of the skills seem to be going to the tier 1s to actually keep them semi-relevant. That was beautiful. Just casually punched him for 33. Now I might not get the chance to figure out if those were floret shots, because I think he might actually finish it on other phase. I don't know, we'll have time. Oh no, it's a rune sword. Nice. Well, I like that Worm Slayer. So I'm just gonna go up and take this Worm Slayer. Alright, Har. I was actually gonna set someone else for that, but that's fine. You didn't get to do much this fight, I understand. Man, I really like the changes they made to this map. I was actually struggling to reach all the way as far as I did. I think that's normally Titania that does that, but as someone who likes Void and Mist, I'm not complaining. Tabaran being entirely calm under pressure, always appreciated. Plus, we got Tabaran here, we'll be fine. I love Tsunaki actually talking to Varn as an equal. It's so fun. All right, Sylph, hope you wear your brown pants. It's so good. Yeah, Tellius is so lore rich, and the world building is very solid across the board. I like it. Ah, Tellius is so good. I like Nisala a lot. He's my guilty pleasure
I
character.
feel great.
Like a weight's been lifted from our shoulders.
But the battlefield hasn't changed a bit. And yet all the negative energy is gone. How could that be?
No matter. So long as things on the battlefield go well.
You're right. But what if we can end this now?
What if we could? What then? War is a simple thing. What comes after? That is hard. Diplomacy is a battle that I have never known how to fight.
God, I love Skirmir in this game. His evolution is so good.
What is it? You think it will rain?
No, not rain.
I do like the detail that the Lagoos are usually the first ones to notice. In their defense, neither of them's transformed. So yeah, just not rain, just a nice casual beam from the sky.
What happened? There's statues.
True.
Hey! Anyone? Can anyone hear me? Somebody, please! Somebody, please! Answer me! Answer me! Is anyone here?
Why not?
I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure, as I would reward your success.
Order and chaos, a goddess divided, judgment, hope, and an ancient covenant. All armies march toward the goddess's tower to learn what has happened to their world. Part 4, Gods and Men.
And then there's Ike being his pretty self. Alright. I'm going to call it here for this week. We went just a bit over 2 hours. And I know for a fact there's a lot of cutscenes and thinking I got to do for who I'm going to put with which army. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. Hope to see y'all next week. I'll be doing more of this. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.